Good morning and welcome to Zion National Park.
If you're interested to see what the park looks like and if it's somewhere that you might want to visit, come along for the ride. So something that I did not know before getting here is that you can't really drive your own vehicle through the park very much. You go in through the gates and then you have to park at the visitor center, and then you have to take a shuttle bus to basically all of the trailheads. It says it very clearly on the map here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, you can't drive your own vehicle really very much through the park. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Okay, so we got off the shuttle at stop number 5. It is Emerald Pond Trail, Emerald Falls Pond, something like that. So we're gonna hike this and see what it looks like. So, what do you think of the Emerald Pool Falls Trail so far?
The actual water itself is very beautiful. When the light hits it, it's just breathtaking.
Yeah, you can see like all the little water droplets falling. It's like 9:30 while we're hiking this, so the sun's like just high enough, you know, to kind of peak most of the mountains to give the water that crystallized effect.
Very elegant.
All right, so onward and upward from here. Before moving on to the next hiking spot, we went ahead and took a little rest, had our lunch. We checked out the Zion Lodge, which has a gift shop. They've got a full grill in there, so if you don't bring your own food, lunch, whatever, it's a great spot to grab a bite. Got some cool stuff in the gift shop, and there's actually like a little whole lodge there that you can stay. So we just chilled out, ate our lunch that we did bring, and now
we are going to take a shuttle and go to stop number 9. And we're actually going to hike one of the more popular trails, the Narrows. There is another trail that they're famous for that is called Angel's Landing, but unfortunately you have to have a permit in order to do that, which we don't have. So we're gonna go try the next best thing.
Yeah, so if you do want to go to Angel's Landing while you're here in Zion, plan well in advance. Make sure you get a permit online ahead of time. Alright, so to do this Trail of the Narrows, something that I was unaware of, you have to wade through this river at
multiple times.
Yeah, multiple different spots. We were unprepared, therefore our sneakers are soaking wet, as you can probably see. So if you're going to come do this trail, wear either waterproof shoes or tennis shoes that you don't care about. Quick update. How many times do you think we've crossed the river now?
At least 20.
Like back and forth to each side.
Yeah.
And we're still not to the end of the trail. I keep thinking we're gonna get there and then we just don't.
No.
But we're gonna keep on going and eventually find the end. Shitty part is we're gonna hike back.
I know. Through the water again.
20 more times. Probably more than that by the time we're done.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been hiking for like 3 hours at this point. Not sure if we made it all the way to the end of the trail. The canyon is slowly getting like narrower and narrower, but it's 4 o'clock. We got a 3-hour trek. back down the river to get out of here.
And we're gonna go ahead and turn around at this point so that we can make it back before dark.
Yeah, because down inside the canyon it's probably gonna get dark a little bit earlier, so we're gonna make the long haul back.
So we finally made it back to the parking lot after our 2.5-hour hike back and then our shuttle ride.
Yeah, so that trail that we went on was, I mean, beautiful, very unique, but it was not for the faint of heart. Also, it kind of just felt like, you know, when they were making this park, they were like, man, we need another trail on the map. And just make them walk through the riverbed. Like, that's basically all the trail was. Like I said, beautiful, but just be prepared, be ready for it if you attempt it. So in conclusion, Zion is, like many of the other national parks, very, very beautiful, and it's, you know, definitely got its own character and flair to it.
What sets it apart for me is the red clay. All of the mountains have this beautiful reddish brown tinge to them, which we haven't seen at any of the other parks.
Right, I know there's some other parks here in Utah that do kind of have that similar red clay look to it, but this is the first park that we've been to that has kind of that look to it, so it definitely made it stand out for us.
So one drawback that I do have is the heat. It is extremely hot at this park. It is the beginning of September and the temperatures are in the hundreds. I would say if you are going to make the trip to Zion, be sure to pack water. That is an absolute must, and tons of it. On our next venture that we do here, I'm gonna make sure that I freeze ours, so at least it'll have some time to thaw while we're doing our trails.
Right, that way it'll be cold by the time you're ready to gulp it down, because you definitely will. It's also very dry here, and that just contributes to the whole needing water, being parched and thirsty. So we have been to a total of 5 different national parks: Grand Teton, Glacier, Yellowstone, Yosemite, and now Zion. So Shelby, where would you rate this on that scale of 5?
I'd probably say it's a strong 3. I would say that Grand Teton and Glacier before, and Yosemite and Yellowstone would be after. I think this one has really cool geological aspects to the park.
Yeah, it looks so much different. It just really kind of sets itself apart in that aspect. So both of us would agree that Zion is definitely worth visiting, worth checking out if you're in southern Utah. And on the flip side of that too, like, there's so many other parks that are within driving distance. Like, if you just come stay around one of them and, you know, plan out enough time, you can go see the Grand Canyon, Bryce Canyon. There's some national monuments around here. Like, there's all sorts of stuff in this general vicinity of South Utah, so definitely worth visiting.
And I would say on your visit, be sure to bring bug spray, sunscreen, and plenty of water.
Yeah, and also if you can plan your visit like the end of September to early October, that's what we were told is probably the best time to visit, because it does start cooling down here relatively early, and then it's going to get cold. So shoot for that time frame, and maybe you won't die of heat exhaustion.
Alrighty guys, thanks so much for watching, and always remember, like, comment, and subscribe.
We will see all of y'all in the next video.